Students, in this video we will discuss about the Government of India Act of 1935. It is the most significant act out of all the previous acts we have discussed because more than 50% of the present Indian constitution while it was being made had taken from this act both structurally and also many provisions, and it is also the lengthiest of all the acts made by the British, that is out of 1933 act, 1919 act. So this is the most, this is the lengthiest act. Okay, let us discuss about the each provisions. The Government of India Act introduced provincial autonomy. See, if you see, the Simon Commission has recommended abolition of the diarchy. So the government, British government, had abolished the diarchy in the provinces, and in that they introduced provincial autonomy because the Simon Commission has recommended the introduction of the responsible government at the provinces level. So what is provincial autonomy? These autonomy means the states, that is provinces, will act as autonomous units of administration, the individual elements. How autonomy means the subjects which the state government will have jurisdiction were divided into federal subjects and provincial subjects and the concurrent subjects. So the subjects of administration has been divided into three lists, and the state will act as autonomous units of administration within their judicial jurisdiction. This is what provincial autonomy. And also this act introduced the responsible government, that is the governor will act based on the aid and advice of the council of ministers, as it also abolishes the diarchy. There is no transferred subjects now. There is no distinction of transferred and reserved. Okay, the government has to act according to the aid and advice of the council of ministers, who are accountable to the legislative council. But another important thing is, another important thing is this provincial that's responsible government. However, it was discontinued in 1939. Though it was introduced in 1937, it was discontinued in 1939 because 1939, if you see, World War II was started. Okay, that was one of the reasons. That is not the only reason. Okay, and at the central level, the government wanted to propose to introduce diarchy. However, it never came into being for several reasons. And based on the recommendations of the Simon Commission Joint Select Committee recommendations, they also proposed to establish an All India Federation consisting of provinces and princely states, but this also never came into being. However, they introduced the bicameral legislature in 6 out of 11 provinces, and those provinces are Bengal, Bombay and Madras, and Assam, Bihar and United Provinces. If you see, there was no bicameralism in the Northwest Frontier Province. Remember? Okay. And they also established a federal court. This federal court has transformed into Supreme Court with larger jurisdiction in 1950. Okay, and they also established the Federal Public Service Commission and Provincial Public Service Commission. If you see, we have discussed that there is in 1855, based on the Macaulay Committee report, a Public Service Commission has been established in the London in order to set up the examination. So through this act, a Federal Public Service Commission has been established in order to conduct All India Service Examination, and a Provincial Public Service Commission and a Joint Public Service Commission for 2 or more provinces. Okay, this has been transformed into UPSC after independence, and it abolished the Council of India, which was established in 1858, and they replaced with team of advisors in order to assist the Secretary of State for India. And it enlarged the separate electorates for women and labor. See, they are still trying to divide the Indian society in the name of empowerment of women. They wanted to separate this Indian community. And more than anything else, right? If you think when you are trying to read modern Indian history, you have to understand one thing. British government, British government, whatever the kind of acts they are bringing in the Indian society and in India, they were able to justify to the whole world, that is, America and the Western countries and other imperial nations present in the Europe and Asia. When the whole world was questioning British, British government had answered to the world that Indians lack in civilization and we are in India in order to provide women empowerment. This is the most important argument that was given by the British administration to the whole world, that in order to provide women empowerment, we are ruling India and Indians need to be governed. This is the most important, which you don't find in regular textbooks. We we need to read several autobiographies of those governor generals and those letters which we usually don't get. So these are very important points which will get more marks if we mention the essays and mains answer. Okay, and ethics also. And this Government of India Act of 1935 also has provisions in order to establish the Reserve Bank of India in order to control the currency and credit of the country. And the franchise was extended to 10% of the population. And if you have any doubts, please comment and please give your feedback regarding the lectures. Thank you so much.